Okay, you know what? F you. Homemade scrap metal muffler.
Damn.
So I've actually been building this muffler for quite a while, and I've been lazy / working too much. A couple of years ago, I believe, I made this. This is a small engine muffler, and I was kind of an asshole back then. I still am, but I'm better at hiding it now. So, same concept. We're just gonna do it for a car instead of a small engine. Oh, by the way, this thing is gonna be ugly. I'm gonna warn you now, because I have not welded in a couple of months. This is thin metal, and I just ain't feeling it. So, it's ugly, but who cares? You're not gonna see it. Obviously, I have the packing material there. That's for an engine build later. I have 2 1/4 inch exhaust pipe that I've cut to, I believe, 16 or 17 inches. And I have 2 halves of a leftover muffler that all the packing blew out of anyway, so I just chopped it up. This will be our body. So first things first, I've got to drill a shitload of holes in this, and that'll allow my packing to actually absorb the sound. I'm going to be using whatever drill bit size that I have laying around, because I can't find half of my bits and I don't know where to look. So let's get drilling. I'm going to take an angle grinder to this and clean off the rust and the burrs. We're going to go inside there and clean out the burrs with whatever I can find laying around, and then we'll get packing. Now, last time that I made a muffler, I cut slits here, bent them in, and then welded that to my 2 1/4 inch tubing. In that case, it was 1 inch tubing. But I want something a little better looking on this, so I have some scrap steel laying around, and I'm going to try to cut circles and see if I can make some decent looking end plates for these. Let's see how she fits. Oh my god, beautiful. Perfect. We painted over it with black just to avoid a lot of the scuffing here catching the packing material. I also made this insert here. My last muffler wanted to catch the packing on fire, so I'm hoping that this will stop that from happening. As you can see here, the end caps are warping pretty badly, so I just hammered them back down. If you're going to be doing this, I recommend either doing the welding short sections at a time and letting it completely cool, or use a heavier gauge material. I think mine was like 16 gauge. Probably not the best choice, but again, it's temporary. I just want to see how it sounds on this guy before I lower it and have to redo the exhaust entirely. So now that that is done, all I need to do is spray paint this bitch. And I've run out of silver, so gloss black it is. Oh, aren't you going to clean up those welds? No, shut up. I do not care. These are not permanent. This is just so it doesn't rust. So here's the exhaust that's on it now. And just for kicks, one with no muffler on it. My muffler is missing the little coupler section, so I'm going to cut it off at one of these useless ass ones. So my grand plan is to use this thing here. There is a bolt on the bottom of it that goes up in there. Have a cut up piece of bed frame, and that's going to be our bracket. I would say my least favorite thing to do in the whole world is probably weld an exhaust underneath a car or truck. but it needs to get done, so let's get it done. That might be the most ghetto looking shit that I've seen, but who cares? We're just here for a science experiment. So it goes without saying that the muffler sounds like shit, but that's not the point of this whole video. The point of this whole video is, if you have a question, you should answer that question. If it means building a muffler you know is probably going to sound like shit, you should still build a muffler, because you gain valuable skills and all kinds of knowledge just by doing things. I've said many times that I think the problem with this country is people are afraid to do things because they're afraid they might fail, and that is the dumbest shit that I've heard. You should definitely do things, especially if you think you're going to fail, because you know in advance you're going to fail, and then you can just learn from the mistakes. If you do everything right, well, you've screwed up too, because nobody wants to be around someone who has never screwed up. They're not relatable. So yeah, just get out there and do things. Try things. I'm going to get off my moral high horse, and that's it. I hope this video was entertaining or educational, or maybe you got a laugh out of it. This whole video was a meme. As usual, you be good while I'm gone. I'll see you next time. Have a good week. Oh, and real quick before I go, if you want me to try a chambered muffler instead of a glass pack like this, let me know down below, because I will definitely try it if you want me to.